Hi, everyone. Hope is doing well with everyone. Just waiting for a few people to come in. It's spring when allergies and that start kicking in. Okay, so I hope all is doing well. As I've been mentioning, I've been trying to get more of these streams out to different locations, not just Facebook. So we have now one in YouTube and another one that I guess failed, but hey, we'll get that all solved. Anyway, hope everybody's, like I mentioned, going good. Of course, last week couldn't do it because of the ice storm, and we were able to get through that. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name's Ken Mason. I'm a psychic medium. So every Wednesday I come in and do these free reads to help people out. Simply because you don't have to pay for a full read, but if you are interested in a full read, we do offer money-back guarantees. Just contact us either on our Facebook page or Whisperingsouls. Okay. Otherwise, I kind of got distracted there. Yeah, so if you were interested in a full read, we can, like I said, money back guarantee. If you, just let us know, contact us. And if you like what we do, hit the follow button. Geez, I'm so distracted. I don't know why I'm being distracted. Too many things on go. Anyways, so let's get started. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me because this thing often, goes by pretty fast. So, I can't find you. Okay. So, Andrea Reese. Uh, 446. So I want to hear from your dad. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing here is a guy just kind of waving at you. I don't know if he had a beard at one time, but I just kind of see a beard. But another thing I'm also getting from him is that there's a few little changes coming up for you. Nothing major. Just things you said that, you may have to kind of deal with on one side, and the other side you'd be happy with. Some kind of, from what the cards are showing, what he's telling me is on the left-hand side, you're going to have a conflict with a male. Something that is not overly major, but you may have to deal with or, figure out where to go with this. We also have on the other side here, your money and whatnot is going to kind of increase. So I see you having a bit more success at work or whatever you're doing, as well as having, being comfortable with money and a family celebration because he's holding two children. So that might mean somebody may be in the lineup for having twins. But he's certainly saying that, he's having a lot of fun with twins on the other side, or, these twins. And So whoever they're destined for, I'm not sure, because he's just saying you'll know. But he's also saying that he wants you to watch more careful of your feet, um, as well as there's something in issue you may have to be careful of with your hip. But every once in a while, he just wants you to know he comes and gives you a lot of healing. And look, he says he loves you, and then the typical things that they say to you. What's he saying? I don't know if there's a bar stool or like a chair that looked like a bar stool, but it just looks like he's sitting on one. When family's around, just kind of keeping an eye on everybody. But he's just saying there's a family celebration that's going to bring the family back together, and he says that the first is going to be fun, and then as it travels on, or the second day, whatever, you're going to find it be more stressful. So I don't know if this is like a weekend thing or at a cottage or something, because he seems to be looking at water, but I'm not sure. That might be just what he's seeing on the other side. But anyway, there'll be family get together, and he says you might get a little stressed out by the end of it. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Okay, so Donna Jingra. Mm-hmm. 8:32. Okay. So the first thing I kind of hear from the background, because I connect to these people. I used to connect to them through my spirit guide, but now I just use your spirit guide because they're closer to you. It's something I've learned. Anyway, so the first thing I kind of hear from him is, from the voice anyways, says that, he says, why would I be with them when I'm with you? He just kind of says that, being spirit, he's not restricted to just one person. He can see everybody at the same time. He can hear everybody at the same time. So it's a sense of, yes, he is with his family members, but he's also with family members on the other side, but he's also with family members on this side. And now in this case, he can, interact with everybody and see what's going on. So it's like kind of sitting in a chair and looking down all hallways to know what everybody's doing. But he says that he's taking care and making sure everybody's okay. He also shows me, being on I don't know if he's a fisherman or not, but I just kind of see him sitting on the edge of a deck watching over the water. I'm just saying, where you need to go is with life is you have to spend the small times or the little times to be able to connect to nature, connect to yourself. It says you won't find it inside your apartment building. You have to go outside or wherever you're living and go outside and go to nature to find what your true self and what your true meanings are. But you may find that he's roaming in their house a lot. I keep seeing dimes around the place, because I see him like flicking a dime in the air, with the smile on his face. So he's just, I'm just seeing like a big bear hug, if you want to put it this way, and just giving all that kind of energy and love and whatnot. I don't know what I'm seeing, but I'm also seeing boxes being packed. So I don't know if this means that you're planning a move, or you're renovating or something, but I just see things being packed up, and I kind of see you having a you know a smile on your face when you do that. So I'm not quite sure because he's not showing me the whole picture. Maybe it's in the future, but I'll leave that to you to figure it out. Anyway, so I'm gonna leave that with you. And the last thing he says: go ahead and enjoy and achieve what you've always wanted to achieve. Says don't wait on other people. Just go ahead and do it. Anyway, so that's for Donna Gingras. Okay. Okay. On to the next one. What? Sorry, this kind of screen. This. Okay, Elaine. Take a sec. Oh, you are. So anyway, thanks everybody for all those people giving me coins as well. Or stars, sorry, not coins, stars. I don't know why I say coins, I guess because that's what spirits do. Anyway, so reading for you. Okay, so the first thing I'm kind of seeing in my mind with you is this word I can prescribe it or say it as some upcoming freedom for you. And I'm just kind of getting that message. It's like a grandmother standing there behind you and just kind of telling me that there's some freedom coming towards you, and it's more about you taking that freedom rather than waiting for it. So I'm not quite sure what she's referring to. It's just kind of releasing yourself from everything that's holding you back, some negativity. But certainly, like when it comes to relaxation and whatnot, when it comes to money, there's some new money coming in. I see in some way or form that you being a bit happier with money and spending more time outdoors and being, now that we have summer here, I just see you being out all the time. There's also just a time to be by yourself as well. So I don't know if you're in a relationship or not, but there's just a feeling of loneliness around you. And I just feel that sense of loneliness is just going to kind of move off, and you being a lot happier. What else is? What is she saying to me? Yeah, so she's saying that a little over the next little while, for the next 6 months, you're going to have to penny pitch. There's something coming up that you're going to want to spend on, perhaps a trip or something, but there's something that's very good for you that you're going to want to save money for. Otherwise, she says the negativity that's around you, she says, can be handled easily. Just don't let your emotions get to the point where you're going to be very angry about it. Just let it go. And then you'll see that things will be better on the other side. Not the other side but the other side of the negativity. I gotta be careful how I say those things. Anyway, so that was for Elaine Zakoris. Okay, so I'm just looking for somebody specific here. I'm sorry if I'm giving you some but I'm just looking for somebody specific. I don't seem to see her right here. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll have to wait and see if I can find her later. Let's move on. Okay. So, Amanda Reyes. $18.30. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I see standing behind you 3 spirits. I believe this is your brother and your parents. I'm not seeing the other one. Sometimes I don't see all of them, or a lot of times. So maybe I don't see them at all. Anyway, so just let you know that I see the 2 parents kind of holding hands and smiling and letting you know that they're all together and they're all like a family on the other side. They're all together again. Again, I'm not seeing, I guess what you say was his daughter, but he's just saying, I hear him say, yeah, she's okay. So all 3 of them are kind of letting you know that where you are, where you're living, is that they're still with you in that house. I refer to a house because that's what they're saying. Maybe they had a house, but anyway. So your brother's letting you know that he's still hanging around you and being the same kind of protective way that he was before. He says there's 13 of the family in your house watching over you. So it's 13 family members. And he just says that, don't worry about it. If you don't feel them, that doesn't mean they're not there. It just means that they're, not interacting at the time. He knows he does what you really don't like. He puts his feet up in your coffee table. He also goes around and blows in your ear every once in a while, so you might feel that. But he says otherwise, he just sits there and watches you watch TV. Says he's not watching TV, he's watching you. But he's really happy that he just let you know he's very happy where he is, and he did hear you say goodbye. I don't know if he had I don't know what I see. I'm not sure if this is like a ride-on mowing lawn or tractor, or this is like a 4-wheeler. I just see him sitting on it, and I don't know why he's just waving at you. I'm just going to leave that with you, whether it makes sense or not. Or maybe there's somebody else in the family that's using one. But he says, there's a few decisions for you to make, and as you move forward, he does see, money wise, you're going to be either switching company or you're going to find a new job. But he's saying that everything is going to be okay for the next 5 to 6 years for you when it comes to money and movement. Like I said, there's a major decision for you. Maybe it's for your job or whatnot, but he's just saying that, time will flow in the way it's supposed to, in the way that you're going to be happy. So he says, don't worry about him. He always lands on his feet. He's good where he is. So he gets slapped every once in a while, but he gets it done. He's referring to being what they mean by slapped is just like chastised by the other spirits, because they don't slap anything, obviously. I guess I'll have to remove that word so people don't get upset with me using the word. Anyway, as for Amanda Reyes. Okay, so Trinity Costin. That 2317. Okay. Okay, so all the cards I have for you are very positive cards. None of them are in any way, shape, negative. So I think your body will come back to normal. I guess whatever you would consider as being normal. In talking to your spirit guide, there's certainly a lot of spiritual changes, and you being much more aware of things. And I guess in a sense, your worry and fear is kind of being pushed away by your spirituality. They want you to know that everything's okay. You don't have to worry about it too much. And I'm certainly seeing the cards here where, spend some time in nature, happiness coming your way, achieving what you want to achieve is coming your way as well. And the joining of two, which means that you'll either be working with a partner or perhaps moving forward in business or, being happy in what you're doing. But the word I'm getting is that, it's you are going to achieve what you want to achieve. It's just a matter of you working with stuff that you have and not wait for things to catch up, if that makes any sense to you. So, in other words, don't just kind of stop and wait for things. Just keep moving with what you can. I'm also getting a message from a female that's around you. It's the same age as you, so I don't know if you have a sister that's passed or you were supposed to be a twin, but there's kind of like hugging around you and saying, she says, don't worry, sis. I mean, she says, sorry, she doesn't, she says, don't worry, sis. We're all behind you and we'll force you to achieve. So you're getting a lot of backup from the spiritual side. So again, the miss, sometimes the when they say cis, just to clear that up, sometimes you're supposed to be a twin. You may have had a twin that actually was a miscarriage, or actually an actual physical twin that may have passed away. But anyway, they don't tell me whether they're an actual physical life or not. That's all I heard from them. Anyway, so that was for Trinity Costain. Okay. Um, let's move on. Okay. Oh, okay. Just a second here. Mm-hmm. By the way, for all of you guys who are sending in stars, I'd like to thank you very much for that. Okay, so I'm looking for more information from you, Jennifer. That's all I see here. So I'm just looking for any other comments you made. Okay, so I just see it for reading, but okay. So Jennifer McLaughlin. Okay, so I don't. And first thing I kind of see is when you're kind of sitting around, I see a male hand holding onto your a hand holding onto your hand in spirit. So this is probably a grandfather, father, or somebody that's around you that you're close to, and just kind of a sign that you're being watched over, unless you have a partner that's passed. The other thing, though, I'm kind of getting a message from them is uh, time of reflection. It's like a reflection of where you're headed in life and where you are, or where you've always wanted to be in this time. So I just kind of feeling that there might be parts here in your part of your life that you just may not be quite happy with, and time to make the changes, but you may not know if you should make the changes. And I'm just getting the messages is that you need to make the change that's going to put you in a place where you're happy. Um, and this may be about work, because I see signs of you working. Um, so if you are working, you may want to look around and say, am I happy here? If I'm not, I may have to kind of change a few things. But I'm just getting this feeling from this male that's around you that it's just not settled. It's just time to be settled. Um, you know, he's also saying over the next little while, you're going over the next 4 months or so, you're going to be a bit on the up and down side, but then you're going to find some contentment after that. And then you're going to be able to sit down and help other people as you heal yourself. Because you're a very strong healer, and I'm just kind of seeing you being able to look at people and being help them as you wish, but you need to help yourself first before you can do that in full time. This little girl that's the blonde hair that's kind of following you as well. You see her holding a doll with her. I'm just kind of leading you towards where I think she would like you to go. Not certainly where the comfort is and whatnot. Um, so kind of like all in all, I'm kind of seeing this as working hard for your money and moving forward, but also need to take the time to relax, get away from people, and just finding space to breathe. Um, anyway, so that's all I have for you. That's Jennifer McLaughlin. Okay. Um, okay, so um, again, for those who are new, my name's Ken Mason. I'm a psychic medium. I do these for free just to help people. Because sometimes you just can't afford or don't have the time to get some help. So I try to help as many people as possible. So if you like what we do, please hit the follow button. As well, if you would like to have a full read, let us know. We don't have a very high fee, and we always have a money back guarantee. So if you don't like the read, you don't have to pay for it. Anyway, onwards we go. So, Cole Ross. Okay. This is at 3347. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so the first thing I'm kind of seeing from you is there's an older man that's kind of standing around you in spirit. So I'm not quite sure who he is yet, but he's got two young kids with him. The two young kids, he says, are family children that were miscarriages, I guess, or passed young. He says one of them is yours. And he wants you to know that there's a whole family of spirits around you that are kind of helping you. So I don't know if this father, grandfather, but he's showing me dimes in his hand. So it usually means that he's around your house dropping dimes. Or he doesn't feel all that old. So again, I'm not being told which one it is. So mainly because he's a 5 minute card. So it's hard to get all the information out all at once in 5 minutes. He's saying that a little over the next little while, you may feel that you don't have enough money to go through things, but then it kind of flips at about the 5 month mark where you're going to have money to do things. So you're just going to be putting out some money, sort of unexpected money, and it might be a little frustrating for you. But in the end, I'm being told that your money's going to be okay. You also have time for you to look at your own self-care. Spend more time analyzing, nature foods and whatnot, and see which one you're drawn to. Just simply a message that there's an issue that you may be eating just the wrong food or the wrong type of chemical in you, and it might be time to look more at natural stuff. But again, it's just more about listening to yourself, listening to your body health-wise, and just once you re-energize yourself, then you'll be able to help other people. There's a family celebration coming up. I see it's probably I'd see it like a wedding type of thing. So I don't know if this is, well, I see a lady in white, so it's obviously a wedding. So this is time for family to get together. Um, anyway, so it's showing it as a wedding. I'm gonna leave it at that. It could be something else. Could be somebody having a child or celebrating a new job or what's not. But I feel that wedding sense. So anyway, I'm just gonna leave that with you. That either it's a wedding or something else. But um, other than that, I'm just getting the feeling that you're going to have good money after the 5-6 month mark. So some patience left is needed. So that was for Cole Ross, Billy Joe Ellis. Mm-hmm. 3730. Mm-hmm. So the first kind of message I'm getting from your daughter is, I don't know if she like draw or whatnot, because I just kind of see her drawing on a piece of paper. I'm not quite seeing what she's drawing, but I kind of see her, um, being active with a pen and piece of paper. Um, so the first thing she wants you to know is that she's doing very well. She's happy, and to let you know that boys are still more as annoying in the spirit world as they are in this world, because they keep bugging her. Um, I just felt maybe she was at times more of the quiet side, but she says everything's good. Um, uh, she says that your stuff underneath your sink in the kitchen needs to be cleaned out because there's too much junk in there. Um, but she likes to follow you around wherever you are, um, and just let people know that she's doing really good. Um, if you have a cat, or who has a cat that she's following, that the cat is like being annoyed with, you know, they show me things I have no idea what they mean, but she often walks behind you and pulls your shirt, just let you know she's standing beside you, and just kind of like giving you the kind of like the just about to be teenager kind of look. Uh, but she says, I never made teenager, so she won't know what that's like because they're pure love over there, so they don't have the ability to be annoying to other people that a teenager would be. And she doesn't need to stop doors. Anyway, she says she still she misses your wisdom when she needed help and being close to you and doing things with you. Um, but she says, she knows you do, and then she sits there and bees with you, is with you all the time. Um, she says, "Be careful of your right hand. I don't know if you have pain in the middle of the hand or not, because she keeps pointing to the middle of your hand. Um, so I don't know if you're going to get some strain there or you're going to hurt yourself in that. But she says, just be careful of that." Um, she also has the romance card for you, so increased romance and the releasing of negativity or grieving. Um, I all I heard from her is that his shoes still stink. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that with you. And anyway, so I hope that makes sense. It was for Billy Joe Ellis. Okay, so Okay, so I can't seem to find you on this list here, but so I'm looking for Kizzy McLeod. Okay. Okay, if you can pop back in so I can see you again. Can't seem to find you. Okay. Okay, Teresa Murray. So, we're at 4325. So I'm going to pull into your spirit guide for this one. And the reason is because there's another strong male that's behind you about your age. I'm not sure if this is a partner or not. This is a father that passed away at the same age as you. Anyway, so I'm getting a very strong thing from this male, maybe a grandfather. Anyway, it's a male. So it's a very strong male that's around you saying that it says, spiritually you have a very, very, very strong giving aura. He says, you would probably um, take care of anybody that would need help. And he just wants you to know how proud it is of that or of knowing you. And it's certainly there's some changes coming your way as well when it comes to life stuff. I'm being told that, there's, uh, I don't know if you're still taking care of somebody or not, but there might be somebody a bit higher than you that uh, will need some help, medically help, which will kind of give you a bit of a stress, uh, kind of like not knowing what to do with it. Um, but it's kind of like, a suggestion of seeing other people to help you with this. Or, you can just spend time in nature or be with family around nature. Um, so he's also saying that children are good around you. Um, and I'm just kind of feeling that there's something coming up too that's going to take you some time. It has to do with a child. So I don't know if this child will become ill or perhaps need some help, as in you know education or whatnot. Uh, Kind of like the ADHD type of thing, where you may need to focus time on that. Uh, but all in all, I'm just kind of seeing a very smooth way for you after about the third month. Just kind of really smooths out. I just kind of see you having a good year. Um, and it's kind of telling me that you're going to be okay for at least the next 2 to 3 years. Then after that, you know, again, it's just the average illness stuff kicking in, and nothing major, just kind of slowing you down for a bit, but then you moving on again. They don't go much more than 2 3 years when it comes to health. So health is all depending on what you do, not what health is waiting for to give to you. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. Uh, Dee. Still looking for you, but I can't find you. So. So Tracy McGinley. We're at 4805. Okay, so first of all, there's an older lady, I believe a grandmother, that's kind of standing behind you, stomping her, at least, tapping her foot and her arms crossed around her chest. Kind of has glasses and white hair, and seems like the glasses are, a little bit on the big side for her. But, so the really message I'm kind of getting is kind of like time to step back from what everything's going on around you and become very logical about things that you may have to deal with, but things that are around you that there's no reason to even try. And there's certain things that are all around us that there's nothing we can do about it. Like parents getting older and whatnot. And there's just certain things that we need to deal with to get them out of our way, so that we don't have any time. We do have more time to deal with stuff that we don't need to be worried about. I know that's just one great big mess of a conversation. Anyway, so the message I get from you is it is time for you to take your own personal time to find the stuff that makes you happy, to resolve the little things that can be easily resolved. The message here says you don't have to like everybody. He says, even a family member, if you don't like them, doesn't mean you have to deal with them. And just remove the negativity out of your mind so that you can deal with the stuff that's important. I'm not sure if you're married or not, but I see like there's certainly a romantic person beside you, and if that's the problem that's where the issues are coming from, then that's more of you having to sit down and solve that. Simply because I see the stress card beside the romance card. But the stress card is about dealing with things that you really don't have much control over, and it's just, like I said, getting rid of stuff that you can get rid of it so you can focus on things. You don't have to have friends around you all the time that are negative. So anybody's around you that's negative, just get rid of them until you solve the issues. Health-wise, I'm being told that your health is going to be okay. You're just going to be very tired after all this. The more and more you worry about this, the more and more tired you're going to get, and the less energy you're going to be able to solve the problem. So once you do that, you're going to be happy. Just focus on you and not others. Anyway, so that's all the message I got for you. That's for Tracy McGinley. So Farah Owens. Uh, 5242. Okay. The first thing I kind of see is a lady kind of standing there with a big smile. She's got a lollipop in her mouth, and she kind of looks at it and says, sometimes it's just good enough to have something that you're not supposed to have. Um, she says it's something to look forward to, and then she just threw it away. So I'm assuming, I don't know if she had it or not, or in real life or not, but it's kind of a message to you that some things that are just not that are prohibited, if you want, put it that way. Sometimes it's good ahead and go eat that cake and eat the whole thing at night. She wants you to know that she loves you very much, and she certainly sits there and watches you when you sleep and when you get up in the morning. She likes to pull you out of your body and take you to the other side so you can talk. When they refer to you when they're watching while you're sleeping, is they're protecting you. They're not trying to freak. They're not being freaky. But they take care of the body so you can travel, and that's what you'll see in your dreams and whatnot. Which says, go out and explore life. You can't, you just can't be just stuck in one place and waiting for things to happen. And, she says, like you see in the movies, go through a field of puppies or something, and then all of a sudden, you'll get chased by the farmer. But who the hell? It was fun. But it says, find the times and spaces for you to be happy with, and just feel the comfort within you, not just in your mind. She also says, over the next little while, money-wise, you're going to be okay. It's certainly going to be time for you to sit back and reflect and know that things are okay. As most females say, you need a little bit more cleaning here and there, but everything seems to be okay in your house. But no, she talks to you a lot. She's always talking to you. She wants you to know that, when you suddenly think of her, that's when she's talking to you. But she's there. You can sense that she's there. There's 18 family members that she's with that come to your house every once in a while, or where you're staying. So she says lots of protection, lots of direction. Says you'll wake up one in the morning and suddenly think, I should do this. And so she says a lot of things that you think you should do, or a lot of directions from spirit, and not only your spirit guide, but your mother and other spirits that are around you, and just kind of gently, grabbing your shoulders, kind of redirecting you to where you should be going. She says every once in a while, like a kid, she'd have to turn you, grab you by the shoulders, and turn you this in a specific direction, and just push you that way because you were too stubborn. But she says, go with the flow, go with what makes you happy. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. If you go to movies with a husband and 2 kids, you don't like the movie, don't go in the movie. Just go pick your own movie. Let him deal with his kids. But all in all, it's all about time of developing time and trust of oneself's intuition to know that what you're trying to do is the correct way. She just wants you to know she loves you. She's very proud of you. And she says, she's serious about the cake. But don't worry about her. She says, she's having a lot of fun. She's taking care of children. All the ones that have not come, those that have gone, everything that she needs to take care of, she does. So don't worry about the spiritual side. worry about yourself. Anyway, so that's all she has for you. So anyway, so I hope that made sense. Okay, so that was for Farrah Owens. Okay, thanks everybody. That's about all I have for tonight. We also have a special for the month where we, if there's $10 off our general read. Forgot to mention that, but if all are interested in general read, we do have a $10 off special this month, all the way to the end of the month. So take care, everyone. Happy to meet you all. So we'll see you next. Hopefully, see you next Wednesday. I'll also be moving or doing reads in other stores coming up the next couple months, which we'll broadcast in case if it's around your area. And I'm sure that you can come visit me. Anyway, so take care, everyone, and we'll see you soon.